political wives who stand by their men after a scandal, are they doormats or just wonderful spouses? Adeline.
Yeah, I think we know where I am on that one. Okay. I would hate to call any woman who forgives her husband, after some indiscretion or scandal, a doormat. It's a horrible thing because she's loving and forgiving, and that's a wonderful thing, and we want to see more of that. But at the same time, I think that women lose something of themselves when they do forgive these politicians and who are involved in these extraordinary scandals, and that in the face of the nation, that they don't appear to be strong enough really to remove themselves. I'd really just like to see them behave like a normal angry woman would and say, you know what, get out. You can forgive them later. You can take them back. You can always turn it around. But don't just stand there and grin and say, it's okay, I forgive him and it's, no, treat him like the normal angry woman would.
Marco.
Well, I don't feel anybody should judge these women. I mean, each of them has her own reason for doing what she's doing, whether standing up there or not, and we're not the ones going through it. So it's very unfair to these women for us to now judge them as to what they should or shouldn't do because of our own political or aspiration, our character implications. So whatever one thinks, they must be very brave women to decide to do what they do, and I just don't think that they should be considered part of this whole picture when there's a scandal going on. It should be focused on the person creating and committing the scandal, and she should allow it to be in the background and possibly even not there at all if she doesn't want to be or wants to be.
I came into this thinking that they were doormats. That was my response. I was like, these women are doormats. I mean, it's ridiculous that your husband is caught in a prostitution scandal or a sexting scandal or whatever it is, and you're standing there smiling with, we're going to work through this as a family or whatever it is that the standard response is. But then I started thinking about it, and we had a show on this about marrying for money,
yes.
Where we talked about the fact that marriage is essentially a contract. And for us poor people, it's really easy for us to marry for love because we have no money, right? Because we don't have dynasties to protect, whether it's political or monetary. So for us, we can marry for love, and when that love is betrayed in some way, then it's easy for us to walk away from it. Whereas a lot of these women, like Silda Wall Spitzer, Anthony Weiner's wife, Uma Abedin, I think her last name is, who works for Hillary Clinton, it's a lot more difficult. It's a lot different scenario where now you have your political dynasty to consider, your political future, you have the future of your children, you have your estates to worry about, and the fact maybe that you married into the marriage, you got into the marriage anyway as a contract. It was a way for you to either, better yourself politically or better your husband even, to set him up for a political future. So I think it's a lot different for these women. So perhaps they're not either doormats or good spouses. Perhaps it's something else altogether that we, as someone standing where we are, cannot really see what it is that they get out of standing by these men.
I think you really raise a good point, because you say that typically women do marry for love. Right? I mean, for the most part, it's the reason that they do marry. So I think that when they do stand by their husbands, it is the ultimate act of selflessness. Mm-hmm. They're really doing it to preserve his career, his choices. Okay, they're really doing it to not jeopardize what he's become or what he's trying to be, whether it's a basketball star or politician or whatever it is that he's doing. I think that they're really doing it as a total act of selflessness in support of his career and not even thinking about themselves anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that marrying solely for love is a young person's affliction. And I think that most people have other things going on when they get married, including, whether they stand by their man or not. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I guess
well, that was
so.
good.